please, if you like what you're seeing, like, subscribe, and share. Leave me a comment as to let me know exactly what you're thinking. But to end out this show today, there was a video that came out. The artist came out with a music video for his newer song called Try That in a Small Town. I want to play it, react to it a little bit. Let's everybody take a look right here. Go check it out. I'm going to get copyright violations on this. I don't really care. But here is Try That in a Small Town by Jason Aldean. Absolutely destroys the woke mob in this video. Let's take a look.
Sucker punch somebody on the sidewalk, carjacking old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. You think it's cool, act a fool if you like. Cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough. Well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town. Got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're gonna round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town full of good old boys, raised up right. If you're looking for a fight, try that in a small town. Try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Around here we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't. Try that in a small town.
These farmers are dropping their own crops for the day. A friend is in need, and they've come to help.
It's what this community and a lot of our communities stand for. Somebody needs some help, you'll get it.
Try that in a small town.
So an amazing song by an amazing artist, Jason Aldean. Try That in a Small Town. Highly recommended. I love covering different music topics on this show. And I think this song is, and that's one of the first times I watched. I think I watched it maybe once or twice before I did the show today. And I think it's important to take note of a lot of the imagery likely taken from the different riots that we've seen in the past few years, especially in big cities. And he hits on, I mean, try it in a small town, right? Name of the song. It's this whole idea, and he talks about how it comes on in the middle of there with kind of the news article kind of, or news segment style thing, like, well, there's farmers, there's issues with their crops, and they're coming to help people. And I think it hits on the larger theme that I've talked to my parents about this actually a lot, is that you used to have a society, period, suburbs, urban, rural, whatever, where you could rely on other people, the kindness of strangers, right? And in small towns, for the most part, that's still kind of the way it is. You can still kind of rely on, hey, I need help. And I love it because I live near a small town. I'm not really in a small town, but I have friends that are farmers. And I know that if I ever needed, but even the people that work at this radio station with me, I have a good friend, David Paul Blumenshine. If I need a ride to work, because I don't have a car, I'll admit I don't have a car. If I need a ride to work, he'll give me a ride. He'll drop everything on a hat, assuming he's in town. He'll give me a ride. because that's the way that the world used to work. And that's what we're missing now. Now everybody is, you got to have, if you're in Chicago, if you're in any big city, you got to have your head on a swivel at all times. Because it's the opposite now. As you used to be able to rely on the kindness of strangers, now you can pretty rely on the devilish instinct of strangers. Somebody's always out to get somebody, especially in an urban area. And so he references things like criminal behavior, rioting, looting, try to shoot up a liquor store or to do anything like that, because it's all happening in urban areas. And so why does this destroy the woke mob? Well, today in Illinois, the Safety Act, which eliminates cash bail and also takes a significant amount of power away from the police, was upheld by our bought and paid for Supreme Court. Puts criminals back out on the street. Murderers, looters, rioters. Puts them back out on the street because it was upheld by our Supreme Court, by our state Supreme Court. And so that's what he's hinting at, is he's hinting at this decline in urban areas of lawful behavior. And also just the idea that what happened to being able to rely on other people? What happened to the whole idea of it takes a village, right? Look, I totally agree with the parents' rights thing. Like, you should be able to have full autonomy over what happens to your kids, and a lot of the crap that the lefties are trying to do. But it used to be a common phrase, it takes a village, meaning that you'll need a good school teacher. You'll need people to help you along the way with your kids. If I did something at one of my friends' houses that was a problem, those parents would tell my parents, and then I'd get punished for it by my parents. It takes a village. Nowadays, everyone's on their own. We live in a divided, on your own society that does not value lawful behavior, that does not value any type of camaraderie, any type of community. And Jason Aldean hits it out of the park in this beautiful song. And this is what I say this, and I'm going to make this a consistent theme. I talked about this in my show yesterday. Well, that came out earlier today, but recorded and everything yesterday. How we need to stand up and speak out. The silent majority will not be silent any longer. We need to find creative ways to do so. That guy that I interviewed, Forgiato Blow, he had a song, Boycott Target, calling out Target. This is a great example of a song that calls out lawlessness, the hate for our first responders and our police, the disdain for it, the childish criminal behavior that is taking place day to day in our urban areas that no one in government seems to want to talk about. Not even, I mean, there's a lot of Republicans, they'll come out and be like, oh, defund the police is wrong and everything. Okay, where's the federal legislation to help out with the incredibly high murder rates in places like Chicago? Heck, what are the Republicans doing about Memphis? Did you know Memphis is in Tennessee, Republican state? What's going on with the crime rates there? Huh? We need to be calling this stuff out. And Jason Aldean has a very creative way and a very large platform to be able to do it. And I thank him, not that he'll ever actually see this, but I thank him for doing so. I'm going to make sure that his video, if it hasn't already come up in one of these corners here, you can go watch his full video and save it to your playlist. Try that in a small town, Jason Aldean. Everybody, I got to wrap it up today. This has been a long show, but I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Tomorrow, I'm going to get back to exactly what news is happening like right now. But I hope you liked everything I had to say. If you didn't, leave me a comment. If you did, leave me a comment. Like, subscribe, share this video. Thank you so much for tuning in to Speechless. Everybody, also check out one of these videos. It's about to come out on the sides. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Phares, and you've been watching Speechless, The Daily Show.